Okay, I am doing one last Joann's haul, and I also have a Premier order. I have been ordering a lot of yarn lately because I decided to double down on my business, and I, I have been I've been kind of doing some things here and there, but I decided a couple weeks ago, or yeah, I guess it's almost been 2 weeks, that I wanted to do this full time. And that's been kind of hard because I do take care of the house full time and the kids, and I teach a class, and I just started physical therapy because I was like, self care, woo, finally, which is, by the way, going great. Like, my shoulder's starting to do better. My hips taking a lot longer. I took a big spill on my hip and my shoulder a couple of years ago, like right before COVID hit, at work. It was a really bad slip. I was by myself. I had just started this job. I should have gone to get checked out, and I didn't because I was just so embarrassed. Stupid me. Now, 5 years later, 4 years later, I'm having to do physical therapy to try to fix it, and there still may be some kind of fracture somewhere. So we'll see. But anyway, shoulder's starting to feel better, starting to get better mobility. Hip is not as much. So anyway, all that to say, I don't remember. I have ADHD. Didn't take my medication today. I need a nap. Okay, so I think this is going to be my last Joann's haul because there's rumors that Joann's is going to shut down this Joann's potentially April 28th or something, or 29th or something like that, but I get back from California on April 28th, so I very likely won't get a chance to go see this again. So anyway, so I got a couple different things. I got some knitting needles. Now these are only for stuffies, so rather than having buying some little stabby things to put in for my stuffies to hold their arms and legs, I just bought some on sale, super inexpensive knitting needles. I have a bunch of knitting needles, but they're thicker, so I wanted to get some thin ones to hold things. So that was great. I got some fabric. This was expensive, even on sale. I was kind of surprised how expensive this was, but it's really nice fabric. It's thicker. I went with the white, and this is for purses. I got a different fabric, and I'm sorry, I don't know the names of fabrics or anything. Hold on, that thing here. Okay, this is white gabardine, white gabardine, 70% off. Ended up being $8.39 for 2 yards. This is diaper cloth. I didn't know that's what that's called, but this is apparently diaper cloth, also for purses. That was $4.79, but okay. Huh. I got a necklace because I make, I couldn't find any more like this. I need to just order some at some point. I had a ton of them, and I don't know what happened to them. I must have given them away or something. But I make wire wrap pendants, and I do it every once in a while. It's not something I do a lot, so I only have a couple of them, but I love making them, and they're so pretty, so I needed a necklace to put that on. For Easter, I got some presents for my kids. I got this for my youngest. He loves doing perler beads, plus this is just to restock, so that these get warped when you heat it up, because my kids like it really hot so that it gets smooth on the other side, and then it warps these. It's such a pain in the butt, so we're constantly having to replace those. But yeah, this is really cool. It's a Star Wars kit. I got this on sale. So my Joann's is the only one within 6 hours. It is one of the original ones that was going to get shut down, and it's at 70% off, up to 70% off at this point. So I did notice, when I went to Austin, one of the stores there was a smaller store, or this was in San Antonio, excuse me. I went to one of the stores there. It was a smaller store, and there's a lot of Joann's around there. It was nothing was stocked up, and it was the lowest sales. Mine, it has been consistently fairly well stocked. I mean, everything's depleting, but it's been more stocked than that one. And I've watched a lot of videos, and it seems like it's one of the ones that's more well stocked than some of the other ones. Okay. That being said, so not a huge discount on these. It's 40% off. That was $4.50. The Star Wars kits, where it was also just 40% off, but it ended up being $13.19. But my kids love perler beads. Oh, and see, I can't decide if I'm going to do this market or not. It's $60. Like I made pretty decent money last time, and I just don't know if I'm going to have time to make enough stock for it. But the May 4th is the Star Wars Day vendor event, and it's getting a little too late for me to sign up, so I don't even know if I can. So I'll have to check that out. We got some stretch cord in black. I have some bracelets I need to fix, and just that me and my sons have had that we need to fix, and I need there was a cord. Oh, okay. No. Oh, this is the 18-inch cord. That was $1.50, and then this was $4.79. That was 40% off. This was 50% off. So the vast majority of things were 40% off. The yarn or the fabric was 70% off, which was definitely worth it. And then I got this for my other son. It's the air dry modeling clay, and that was 40% off, and that was $15. So the vast majority of things were 40% off that I got. But when I went to the store, there was a huge amount of things that were 60%, 50%. It just so happened, and I got a whole tie-dye kit last time I went with shirts and everything, and all of that was 50% off. So there are good deals. I just didn't get them. And then the last thing is I think this is, yeah. I think the ribbon was like 30 cents or something. Yeah, it's like 30 cents. So yeah, there's that. And I only got one skein of yarn, only one. And I just ordered a ton of yarn. There's been a lot of great sales, I think, because of Joann's closing. Premier and Yarn Inspiration have had some great sales, so I really took them up on that. It's like, sold. I'm gonna spend all my money on that. So I just got this Big Twist Shine in Merlot because it was pretty. And also I have an order for a kid across the street that I'm going to try to get done. I have a week and I have a lot of orders, and I have a good amount that are kind of past due, but they've been very patient and kind because I had to order the yarn, and because of all the sales and everything, there was a lot of back orders, so everything was taking longer to get in. So, they've been really understanding, but I'd really like to get those out of my house. Those done and out of my house. So I have a lot of orders, and I need to get these orders done and get paid so that I can get my hair did, because that is what's paying for my hair. So, and it's Monday, and I'm leaving Friday, and I have class on Tuesday, so I have a packed week and not a lot of time to get any of this done. Wish me luck. But I did check off getting the animals handled for the most part. I've got to go test out a new kennel tomorrow to see if I like it. I'm going to bring the dogs over and see how they get along while I'm working and getting other stuff done. I'll come pick them up, and if everything went well, then they're going to watch them for the whole 10 days that I'm going to be gone, starting Friday. So fingers crossed that works out, because I was supposed to bring them last week and I forgot. They said, oh, just bring them anytime. So I didn't have it in my calendar as a specific time. And I have crippling ADD. So if it's not in my calendar, it doesn't exist. So yeah, that was unfortunate. I'm so like beige mom today. I promise I'm not a beige mom. I'm a gray mom. And this is how I went from being like the full on like goth mom. I was never gothic, but I went through a phase where I wore nothing but black, and my neighbor for a while didn't really talk to me, and finally one day I went to talk to her, and she's like, oh my gosh, okay, I totally thought you guys were like all like super gothic, and nothing against gothics. Like they're freaking awesome. They're usually the more normal people. But she was a little scared, and yeah, she's like, you're not like that at all. Like you're just normal. You just wear a lot of black. I'm like, yeah, but what is normal? I'm neurodivergent. I'm definitely far from normal. I just don't wear a bunch of skulls and black lace just because it's not my style most of the time. But then come Halloween, it's like not the black lace, never the black lace for me. That's just a personal choice. But the skulls and stuff and the ghosties and the horror t-shirts, hell yeah. I do wear ghosties, like ghost t-shirts throughout the year. But it's like more so cutesy Halloween stuff. But during Halloween, all bets are off. I will wear all kinds of fun stuff. A lot of Beetlejuice, which I still think is kind of cutesy. Okay, so this is the big yarn haul. I doubled down. For the first time, I got Premier Basics Chanel Brights. It's a lot of words. It says Premier. It says twice. Premier. So I just really wanted that name in there. I doubled down. I got a handful of this for some of the dogs I was doing, and it is, on a good day without any other discounts, cheaper and softer than Bernat Blanket. It's very much like Bernat Baby Blanket. It's a little thinner like Bernat Baby Blanket. It has more colors, like amigurumi colors, than the Baby Blanket. The Baby Blanket's kind of hit or miss on the colors, and they tend to be very soft, like Easter colors. So this has more base colors that I'd like, and they have some other stuff that I would love to get into. So I got this, and I don't know what I'm going to use all this for yet. I have some ideas of what I want to use it for, but I just want to get, because this is doubling down on the business, I'm establishing my inventory, and I am just going to keep treating it like a full-time business and see what happens. So anyway, I've got this. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me tell you what colors these are. This is rust. This is rust color. I kind of like it. I like the tone of it. I think it doesn't quite show up because I have kind of a beige lighting going on right now. Ooh, this bag's open. I got more of this. This is, I think, is this chocolate? Oh my goodness, where is it? Chocolate. I got more of this. I have a dog I was making, and I absolutely love how that dog came out, and that color is amazing. So I might just like restock that a whole bunch. I got this because I want to make turtles. This is sage, and it's really pretty. And I got a huge thing of sage for the Bernat blanket, and it hurts my fingers. The Bernat blanket yarn hurts my fingers, and I like making like bulkier things, but I, more than anything, like making things that can go in the wash, that aren't going to kind of get more stiff and things. Like I use velvet yarn for my scrunchies. That washes just fine, but it's not quite as velvety after a few washes. And I've washed some of the, oh, no, this is something else. This is big, it's not Big Twist. This is, anyway, I'm side questing. This is not what I thought it was. That washes just fine. That's from Michaels, whatever their brand is. It's Loops and Threads. This was a Loops and Threads, and this washes really well. But the Premier amigurumi yarn that I use is Parfait Chunky. There you go. That washes, but it's like, it's not as soft afterwards, and I just don't feel like it's as durable. And I like to make dolls that can get thrown in the wash because children are disgusting. I have 4, so I know. And I come from 7, so children are gross. But so lovely, but gross. All right, I love this color. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm making all the Halloween pumpkins out of this. I don't know what, I'm just gonna make all the things. I love this color. I am an orangey gal. I used to hate the color orange, fun fact, but I love it now. And This is called Tangerine. So super love this color. The other color that I absolutely adore. Okay, other fun fact. So this is, okay, this isn't the fun fact, but this is lemon. So pretty. Is that upside down? No. So pretty. And they had a color similar to this in a limited run from Premier, and I just got 3 of each. I don't think I got all of them. I just got the ones I really liked, and I freaking love that color, and it bums me out that they don't have it anymore. So I found it in this, and I was like, yes, I win the lottery. Okay. Sorry, I'm a real big nerd. Okay, here's the next one. I love this one because, again, I'm not replacing my Parfait Chunky. I am giving myself an alternative that's washable that I can do for, like, I can focus my baby lovies on. And I'm going to continue using my Parfait Chunky for probably my smaller things because I do like the texture and I like how it works up. But for bigger things, I've really liked using blanket yarn. So it also makes it like a little bigger because of the thickness and everything. And yeah, anyway, so side quest. This is Mushroom, which is actually, it's one of my favorite base colors to have in stock. It's amazing how many things this helps with. For filler, for bellies, for mushrooms, obviously. But it's very useful to have that as a base color in stock. Here is, what color is this? Hold on, hold the phone. Where are you? Cranberry. I love the shade of red. I want to make roses for Mother's Day. And that's what that's for. And because I have a couple black dogs that I need to do, and I have technically 2. I was kind of asked for a 3rd one, but like, I think that might need to be a gift. So I know she'll pay for it, but I might just give it to her as a gift. So we'll see if I have time. So I've got a ton of black, and it's just called black. I have a bunch of that. I got 4 skeins in the last round, and I'm going to use all of those. I think I will use 3. I think I use 3 skeins per dog with a little bit of leftover. Like, so it's like 3 and a little bit. So this should be more than enough for all of them. Is this the last one? No, it's the second. Oh, yeah, it's the last one. All right. This is teal blue. This is actually, it's probably one of my favorite colors is teal. Or just anything within this shade range is my favorite for all time. But I have a weird tendency to not use it because I like hoard it because I love it so much. I don't want to run out. It's super weird. I have a teal color yarn from Big Heart, Red Heart, that is older than my sister. And so it's like, I think she's like 26 or something. It's pretty old. And I won't let go of it because I don't make it anymore. And so I'll like pepper it into things occasionally, and it just brings me so much joy. And I tend to not sell those things because I love it so much. It's just the perfect shade. It is so odd that in any camera, if I try to take a picture with any cell phone, the color comes out different. It's not the color that it actually is. I don't know why, but it's mine. So I hoard it. But the other ones from Premier, I should use them because I can restock them for right now. I did have another one of these, which is the chocolate. No. Yeah, that's the chocolate. Okay. Yeah, so I got 4 chocolate. I didn't realize that, but yeah, again, I have a lot of dogs. So these 2 are for 2 more dogs that I have. And I'll tell you a story about that in a little bit because I don't think the person that it's for is going to ever watch this. No names, never any names. But I'll get to that in a second. Parfait Chunky is the last one I got here. This is Cardinal, and I got this to make crabs because I made 10 crabs one day. I was just like, went on a crab kick and I sold almost all of them. The kids went crazy for the crabs. I'm gonna make a ton. I made 10 with one skein. So I'm gonna make just an army of crabs with these. I'm very excited. It's a fun pattern. I need to kind of fix it a little bit because I don't like how like the arms go. And so I might be able to figure that out, or I might just be like, whatever, they sold anyway. So, okay, here's the two things that are new. I got retro velvet. Now I wanted to get more of this, but I had maxed out my budget, needed to stop spending money. This is Premier Retro Velvet. I was really curious to try this, and weirdly enough, this feels almost identical to Parfait Chunky. It doesn't feel like the other velvet that I use at all. It's definitely softer than the Parfait Chunky, but the look of it looks like Parfait Chunky. That's weird. Okay, I'm running out of battery. I gotta go. Last thing. So the velvet is for a wiener dog that I'm making. We'll explore that more later. And I got Bunny, and this went on sale 2 days after I bought it. This is like $10 a skein. It's insane. This is for a like a Labra poodle doodle or something. So one of those fluffy dogs. So we'll see how this works up, and yeah, wish me luck.